Hello, my name is Teacher Tina and I am a VIPKID teacher. Today, let's talk about your recorded demo for VIPKID. Why is the demo so important? There are two reasons the demo is important. First of all, it determines whether you proceed through the process to become hired. Of course, there are more stages, but this is your first chance to show your stuff. The second reason is because this is when your pay is determined. And the way the policy currently stands, this pay rate will stay with you for 2 contracts at least. At that point, you can apply for a raise, but you will keep this for about 12 months. So you really want to do a great job. So the pay is based on 2 different things. It is based on your credentials, and it is based on your performance on the demo. So you cannot immediately change your credentials, right? You can't immediately have years of teaching experience, but what you can do is prepare for your performance and do a really, really great job so you get full points for that. So today, I'm going to be discussing the top 4 things that you need to do in your demo to ensure that you get the maximum pay and do the best job possible. So the very first thing that you need to be sure that you do in your demo is sell yourself. Yes, you need to sell yourself. I have checked with VIPKID about this through email, and they have confirmed that you do need to introduce yourself. This needs to be very brief because your time is precious when you're recording. It does not count toward your 10-minute lesson, but if you spend too much time introducing yourself, then you are taking away from the total amount of time you have to be in that classroom. So I recommend sticking to 1 minute maximum. Okay, and the things that you need to say are hi with your name. So hi, my name is Teacher Tina. Your degrees, so you need to have at least a bachelor's, but say where it's from, like what your university was called, and if you have a master's or something even higher, you definitely can say that also. Number 3, you need to say your experience, so whatever experience you have teaching, working with children, or teaching ESL, this is the perfect time to say that. And number 4, any certifications that you have. So whether you have a certificate of teaching, whether you have an ESL or a TESOL certificate, this is the time to say it. So for example, I'm going to make up a description real quick and I'm going to time it. So you can see that it really does not need to take very long. Okay? So keeping me honest, I'm going to start it right now. It's in Spanish, don't mind it. Ready? Okay. Hi, my name is Teacher Tina. I have a bachelor's degree from Penn State University. I have taught children in a public school for 12 years. I have a certification for teaching in the state of Pennsylvania, and I have an ESL certificate. That took me just shy of 27 seconds. That's all that you need. You do not want to kill time here. You just need to speak very clearly and slowly because the people who are watching this are at the headquarters in Beijing. So English probably is not their first language. So even though you don't want to speak to them like they are a child when you're introducing yourself, you want to keep it brief and clear and concise. So that's number 1, sell yourself. I will put this up there for your reference. The second thing you want to be sure that you do is embrace the wait. Yes, this is something that people, candidates that I work with have a hard time doing, but really you just need to think about it as I ask a question and I wait for a response. So if it helps you to think about it as, okay, how long is it going to take my student to reply to this? Think of answering it in your head and adding a second or 2. Okay, so for example, if I were teaching about fruit, right, and I could say, what is your favorite fruit? Apples. My favorite fruit is an apple. Okay, so you need to be sure that you are waiting for that response. And also, that helps you get to the 10 minutes. It's easy for people to come up short if they're not waiting long enough for their student to answer. Okay, so that's number 2 is embrace the wait. The third tip I have for you is to fake mistakes. Fake mistakes. So you may say, but I don't have a student, so how is my student going to make any mistakes? You can fake mistakes. So for example, I could say, oh, what do you see? I see an orange. Good. Okay, so you can assume that maybe the kid said, I see a orange or something like that. You can see that I am correcting even though there's not a real student there. So you want to fake mistakes. I suggest that you fake 2 types of mistakes because these are the most common mistakes that we have with the students, at least in my experience. I suggest that you fake messing up a pronunciation. So like if the student we assume said orange a little off, which would be easy to do, you could emphasize orange. So, good. I see an orange. Orange. Good. Okay, so emphasize the pronunciation and also pretend that the student has a missing article. So for example, I see an orange. I see an orange. Because a lot of times they will just say, I see orange. So you want to fake that one as well. And the 4th thing that you want to do is fetch full sentences. So you need to actively be trying to make the student speak in full sentences, even though you don't have a real student. So for example, if I were talking about apples, right? And I were to say, what color is the apple? Red, yes, the apple is red. Good job, Timmy. Okay, so for example, that student maybe just said red, and really my question wasn't asking for a full sentence, but I can still turn it into a full sentence. So the student said red, and I said, the apple is red. Right? So we can assume that I'm trying to elicit full sentences from the student. Okay, so I hope that this video has been helpful to you. I do coach candidates, so if you're interested, you can follow the steps below and I would love to help you. And I hope that you have a very, very fruitful interview. All right, good luck. Bye.